It's Trevor here today, and we're going to talk about a soft washing setup. So if you're interested in starting a pressure washing business and you want to learn more about that, my name is Trevor. I'm just helping teach people how to do that, showing them what I've done. And today I'm going to explain a simplified soft wash setup, specifically a 12-volt system. That's what I use, and that's what a lot of other people in the pressure washing industry use. And it's simple, fairly cheap to set up. I just want to explain how I do it and what I've done. So I have a couple of examples here. To have a soft wash setup, you need either a blend manifold or a tank. So I typically use a batch mixing method because I'm not doing very many roofs. I'm not doing very many heavily soiled projects. Most of my cleaning's maintenance, so I actually just keep one of these tanks, a couple of these tanks, they're a little bit bigger on my trailer, but for this example, this is what I've got. So you need a 12-volt pump, you need a tank, you need a drop stick, which is actually made out of a PVC pipe that you can go buy at Home Depot. And I keep a banjo quick connect on this so that I can hook and unhook it from the end of my hose. So you're going to need the 12-volt pump. This is the inlet side of the pump. You need a drop stick. That makes it really easy. The less fittings that you have on a soft wash system, the less potential you have for leaks. So you also want to eliminate all 90-degree restrictions. So don't put elbows on stuff. Run hoses out of things like this is a lot better than putting an elbow or a T on this thing and going like that. Every time you restrict the flow in a 12-volt pump system or a pressure washing system, you create resistance that will decrease your flow and increase the head pressure, the wear and tear on your pump. It also increases the potential of leaks, so eliminate all leak points that you can. That's why I do this drop stick. I run a 5/8 hose from my drop stick to the inlet side of my 12-volt pump. That's what's in this box. This is a 12-volt pump setup that I actually bought from a company called Pressure Tech. You can get these 12-volt pumps anywhere, including Beaver. You can set them up how you want. This one comes wired with a fan. It helps keep the motor cool. It's got wiring, a fuse, a switch, all things that you need if you want your pump to last very long. So I mix up my chemical in here. I batch mix it, and then I put this drop stick in. If you want something that's better than a batch tank, buy a blend manifold. I've just never gotten one because I haven't had that much demand. So I would recommend buying one. The only drawback is an extra expense, and I think they cost about $600 to $800. And then you've got all of those points on that blend manifold that someday may leak, but that's all part of it. Maintaining leaks is a part of the pressure washing business. So this is on the inlet side. You turn your pump on, it starts drawing the chemical in. And then on the outlet side, I just use one of these industry standard chemical spraying guns. I think it has Viton seals. And then I keep a stainless steel quick connect. I put my J-Rod 4 nozzle holder on there with the correct size tip. And typically, this is not the exact setup here on this hose that I use, but it would just hook onto this gun like here. And then I have 200 feet of 1/2-inch hose out here. So what's really important with the 12-volt system is having the correct inlet size hose, which should be bigger than your outlet hose. So if you're using 1/2-inch on the outlet, you want to use 5/8 or 3/4 on the inlet because you don't want the pump to struggle to pick up the liquid. You want it to just have as much free flow as you can get. And then on the outlet side, 200 foot I think is about the max on a 12-volt pump that you want to put. You can put more, but you're going to lose pressure and flow. You're going to build up more head pressure. So 1/2-inch is good. The less restrictions you have, the better. I typically run an accumulator tank as well. That's supposed to help with flow and surging issues, but that's just a simple setup. If you have any questions, leave a comment below and I'll be happy to answer them and try to get you the information that you want.